never done an episode where we're talking about detergent. I've never done an episode where we've kind of dove deep into this, but it's something that's so integral to our businesses, right? Whether it's what our customers are using or what we're using on the service side of the business. Yeah.
Right? It's as important as the water, the washers, and the dryers, right? I mean, those four things, I can't think of anything more important in the laundry than those four things. So why are we only focused always on the washer or the dryer? That's no good. I almost lost my biggest customer because of that. What I learned about barrels generally is about 20% of your soap that you buy gets wasted. I then moved to injections. I still bought my barrels and I was using injections. And now injections, from a scientific perspective, is the most optimal way to clean something. Because in theory, the machine is supposed to know when to inject the optimal amount of soap and cleaning agent to maximize the efficiency of cleaning whatever it is you're cleaning. Okay? Now, very important. The problem is...
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jordan with the Laundromat Resource Podcast. This is show 198. 198. Who'd ever thunk it? That is a lot of podcast episodes. And we're here with sort of a double header for you, because just recently on the podcast, maybe a week or so ago, it was Rick Rome. We were talking AI, and today we're going to talk something that is so integral, so core to our businesses, and yet is never discussed, never been discussed on this podcast, rarely discussed outside of this podcast. And let's just face it, is there anything even worth discussing that's not discussed on this podcast? I can't think of anything. But today, Rick Rome and I are going to tackle it, and hopefully you're going to get some good insights into the business of laundry in a little bit of a unique perspective. So check it out. And listen, when Rick Rome's on the show, there's going to be some fireworks and excitement, a lot of enthusiasm and passion. He does not disappoint, as always. Let's jump into it with Rick Rome. Rick Rome, back on the show. Legend. How you doing, man?
What's up, Jordan Berry? How are you, man? Good to see you again.
Dude, I'm doing excellent. Awesome to see you. Awesome to have you back on and chatting. There are probably a few people who's been living under a rock or something like that who haven't listened to one of the previous times you've been on this podcast, who haven't listened to our old podcast that we used to have together, Laundry Shop Talk, or who don't know who you are. And for those people, first of all, let me just say shame on you guys for not knowing who Rick Rome is. But for those people, let's catch them up. Let's bless them with the knowledge of who you are. Why don't you give us a little background on you and how you got into this business?
Absolutely. Hey, Jordan, great to see you again, man. Appreciate everything. I got into this business because actually I had a dry cleaner that kept ruining my buttons, and it's in one of those old podcasts. And I was like, this is ridiculous. But I got into this business because I felt like there was some great opportunity to service the community I live in. And quite honestly, it started with self-service and drop-off service. And then what I quickly learned is that you can extend your storefront 20 miles in every direction via pickup and delivery. And contrary to what all the laundry manufacturer, equipment manufacturers would tell you, it's certainly much more affordable to extend your storefront virtually 20 miles in every direction than it is to build and risk capital, further capital, to buy another store, we'll say, across town, so to say. So I firmly believed in optimizing what I do. And if you look at the trajectory of my business and what I've done over all these years, I always build something, I review it, I optimize it, I go to the next level, I reinvest, do it again, do it again, do it again. And that's what I do. I invest in myself. I believe in myself. I believe in this business. I believe in what I'm trying to accomplish. I've made plenty of mistakes. Believe me, you lose, not everybody hits a home run or even a single, but you must learn from that, which I've done. And fast forward to today, and I have no longer any self-service business. I haven't done it for quite some time, probably 10 years at least. No, not that. Yeah, maybe 10 years. Yeah, something like that. And I've been doing pickup and delivery before the CLA was talking about pickup and delivery, wash, dry, fold, pickup and delivery. So I believe in that. I believe in customers and what their what the cultural trend is going towards, which is, I don't want to do shit. Come do it for me. And I'm happy to do it for you.
Yeah. Well, real quick, speaking of happy to do it for people, can we just mention how much of it are you doing per day for people?
I do for people's, for their personal laundry and businesses. And I don't do hotels. I don't do nursing homes, and I don't do hospitals. Okay. I process between 20 and 25,000 pounds a day.
A day.
Yes, sir. A day.
You're ridiculous, man. You're ridiculous. That is insanity. That is a lot of dirty laundry that you have got going through your stuff. Real quick, mention too, how many trucks do you have right now?
24, but coming down, working maybe 21.
Yeah, at any point in time. Yeah.
I think I got 24. I think that's the highest number on one of my trucks. So that's how I remember, frankly, at this point. But honestly, I am moving a little bit. I'm playing around with the third-party delivery arms with Uber, DoorDash, Instacart. I have started to utilize that for pickup and delivery for people's homes. So I probably will. It's been pretty successful, to be really honest. So I will probably scale back, because a lot of those trucks were for residential. And now that I have other means of transportation, I will probably be cutting that down to 15 to 20, somewhere in that range.
You're always tinkering, always trying to find more efficiencies, looking for better ways to do things. Like you're saying, like that's what it's all about. And what we were talking about today is kind of along those. It's definitely along those same lines. And this episode reminds me a lot more of our Laundry Shop Talk podcast that we had with all those episodes. We go deep into specific operational or business topics a lot in those episodes. And this one is kind of no different than that. I want to talk about detergent. Like I've never done an episode where we're talking about detergent. I've never done an episode where we've kind of dove deep into this. Once again, a first with you here on the podcast. But it's something that's so integral to our businesses, right? Whether it's what our customers are using or what we're using, right? On the service side of the business. Yeah. It's like the thing that we use. So let's talk detergent. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's definitely do that. So I started a company called Laundry Labs, and I built it, frankly, out of necessity. We have two products. One is called Power Mix, which is in partnership with Aura. I've been working with Aura from pretty much day one of my laundry life. Amazing guys, great family, amazing products, love them to death. They're really, really great people that I enjoy doing business with. And basically what that is it's a concentrate. What most people don't realize is that 85% of soap you buy, wherever you buy it, is water. And we have developed formulas, concentrates that will allow us to ship our high quality products, or as high quality products, with my help, of course, to anywhere you are in America. So if you are what we like to call barrel user, 15, 30, 55 gallon barrel users, and you want to use some incredible soap, support a family run business that's been in the industry for a gazillion years. And frankly, it's the best product out there that I know of. Power Mix is a great way to go. We ship you in, 5-gallon containers or 2.5-gallon containers. You won't even need a drum anymore. We give you a little mixer, a little 1 gallon jugs, basically, that allow you to add the concentrate in with the soap, the water, excuse me. At that point, we're probably saving people 30% who buy the drums now. So it's incredible, and you don't have to worry about taking up space in your laundry for it. So that's one of our products. Our second and very popular product is called Power Packs. To the normal person, I guess they might call them pods. There's a small company out of Cincinnati, Ohio, that does not allow us to use the word pods, so we call them capsules. And hey guys, newsflash, why would you buy Tide products when they're building laundromats right down the street from you? So directly, not indirectly, directly, you are helping finance them to take business away from yourself. Just putting that out there. That's facts. Tell me anything else, and I would love to hear the counter argument to that, please.
And they're doing it in bunches right now too. Almost, I have a news episode that comes out every Friday, right? And over the last couple months, at least half the weeks has been Tide franchise coming out with, selling 50 or 60 at a time to these big money private equity people who are coming to our backyard. And I mean, it's why I think branding is becoming more important for us now. Customer service is becoming more important for us now.
Yep.
All this stuff, right? Staying on top of making sure our laundromats are operating at full capacity, full functionality, super clean. All that stuff is going to be more and more important for us independent laundry owners right now, because Tide's coming after us.
Oh, it's not just Tide, brother. I mean, the same guys who you buy your equipment from as well.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So let's call a spade, guys and girls, right? So complete 100% transparency. I have zero stock ownership in Procter & Gamble or Tide, and I want to kick their asses. Okay? So let's just say that right off the bat. With that being said, our other product is Power Packs, capsules, we call them. We have a 5-in-1, which is a 10x soap, okay? Antibacterial, softener, scent, and a booster, and like an oxy. Okay, it's absolutely lights out. We have a lavender, linen fresh, and a free and clear. Okay, we also have what we call our single chamber or all-in-one, which is a smaller capsule that has the scent as well as the 10x concentrated soap. Okay. With the 5-in-1s, you do not use Downy. You do not need Oxy. You do not need, I don't know if anyone else uses antibacterial like us, but we do. So you don't need that. And obviously, you have 10X soap, right? So it's all in one in place. We currently sell both of them in buckets of 425 pieces per bucket. In the next, I'm going to say 30 to 60 days, we will have what we call our over-the-counter stuff, 32-pack, and a 78-pack. And as well, drum roll, we will have a Vend pack, 2 in a box. It's absolutely beautiful. No more of those people opening it up and the shit flies all over the place and it's all over your machines. No more dripping. It's just chink, throw it in. Place will look cleaner and better, less stress on your staff from that perspective. So we're very, very excited. The company is about 2, maybe 3 months at this point, not quite 3 months old. And it's been amazing. And I wanted to say really honestly, thank you for everybody who is ordering, because it's been amazing and it really is endearing to myself. And I'm so happy that people are loving them and using them and reordering. I mean, Jordan, it's like a 45% reorder rate. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Crazy good, of course. Please keep coming, guys. It's amazing, because I will continue to invest into this industry to help us all, because I've said this in many podcasts. High tide raises all boats. I am a collaborator. I want everyone to win. Okay. And everyone can win. They really can. That's my belief. So that's what I got going on with soap. And I'm sure you have questions, and I'm happy to answer them all about whatever it may pertain to.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, we're all glad that you're endeared, but listen, none of us care about you or that. What we want to know is why, I mean, you said this kind of came out of necessity, right? Like why, I genuinely, I'm curious, like why this? Why did you decide to go this route? This is something that, you feel like the industry needs, and you're seeing that, right? Like endearing or not, we don't care. Like, but the reorder rate, I'm assuming it's not just like your mom ordering over and over and over. It's people who actually need this stuff and who are using it, and it's benefiting them, so they're ordering again. So like, what's the draw here? Like, why this? What was missing, or what does this have that others don't?
Sure. So there's a number of reasons, frankly. Let's go back to running a business is a pain in the ass. It's hard. You wear 1,000 hats. And, running to Costco or Sam's Club or ordering on Amazon is nice, right? Whatever it is. But reality is with Laundry Labs, you can do the exact same thing. You're going to get the ingredients are a higher quality. Okay. The deliverables are faster. The results are better. And it's less time you have to spend on a task that is 100% instrumental in your success of your business, right? Mm-hmm. So, when your staff, well, let me go backwards. I started with barrels. I've been using barrels a long time. And from barrels directly, where I'd pump it out and put it in a 1 gallon drum and then pour it into the machines and then go back and do this, make a mess, blah, blah. Okay. When you buy barrel soap, it is generally the biggest bang for your buck. No doubt about it. Problem, as I said, is that 85% of what you're ordering on a finished product is water. So it's not conducive for my partners and I, or in this scenario, to ship a 500-pound, 55-gallon barrel of soap to California, because it just the shipping eats up everything. Okay, so I started doing that, or not doing that. So I've been ordering barrels. What I learned about barrels generally is about 20% of your soap that you buy gets wasted, whether that's over. Well, I'm not even going to get into over pouring yet. Okay. But from the spillage, from the stuff on the bottom of the barrel to where to storage space of a drum in your laundry, people taking it and using it on their own without you looking, things like that, runs around 20%. So that's bad right off the bat. Then I moved to injections. Well, sorry, before I get to injections, then you take out the cleaning mess and the spillage all over the place and how your machines get all gooky and blah, blah, blah. I don't have time for that. I don't want to deal with that. Again, it's another colossal waste of your time. And frankly, your staff doesn't want to deal with it either, but it's part of their job. But now they're spending time making your machines look nice when they should be spending time talking to customers and improving your customer service and all that other jazz. By the way, now with Power Packs, they have more time to do this. I then moved to injections. I still bought my barrels and I was using injections. And now injections, from a scientific perspective, is the most optimal way to clean something, because in theory, the machine is supposed to know when to inject the optimal amount of soap and cleaning agent to maximize the efficiency of cleaning whatever it is you're cleaning. Okay. Now, very important. The problem is, how many good laundromat mechanics do you have floating around?
Oh, dude, I don't know. If anybody has a list of them, give them to me, because I can never find laundry mechanics.
Okay, well, if you think that list is short, try injection soap mechanics. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare. It's a bleeping nightmare. And so when the little gear winds down, the rubber gear, and it becomes like numb, and it's not pumping out the right amount of soap. So it's supposed to pump out, call it 4 ounces of soap, let's say, and it's only pumping out 1 ounce. And now you're not getting the cleaning you want. And that's no good. I almost lost my biggest customer because of that. All right. They're like, Rick, 2 weeks went by. I had no idea that it was only pumping out 1 ounce of soap when it should have been pumping out, 3 or 4. Right. There's just so much at risk. And unless you have a full-time engineer, AKA someone who's going to fix your washers, dryers, folding machines, if you have them, your ironers, if you have them, your injection systems, if you have them, I think you're getting the point here. It adds up. Okay. So the risk reward to me at that point wasn't there. So then I came across, my capsules. 75% of what I do is now done with my power packs. Okay. And I think we mentioned I do 20. Let's just use 20. It's an easier number from a math perspective. 20,000 pounds a day of laundry.
It's a lot of laundry.
It's a lot of laundry. Okay.
Yeah.
So 75% of that is being completed by my capsules. My staff is happier because no more measuring, no more injection mishaps or not noticing, right? My managers are happier. It's just easier. Less cleaning to do of the equipment because you just throw them in the machine, right? You use one capsule. The 5-in-1s is 1 for every 20 pounds. And the little ones are 1 for every 15 pounds. And let's say you buy the lavender and it's a 30-pound order, you could use a 5-in-1 lavender and the regular lavender, and then you get the cleaning power necessary because it's 30 pounds versus 20. But if you want to double up and use 2 packs, it's fine, no problem. And I'm saving money because there's no more overpouring. Okay, I didn't even talk about that. That's not part of that 20%. I mean, my staff is no different than anyone else's staff. I swear to God, they drink this stuff. I don't quite get it, but it just goes down and down and down. So now you have a measurable way, an ROI on one of your most important. I don't know what you call soap. I can't call it equipment, but I mean it's as important
asset
as water,
for sure. Yeah,
right? It's as important as the water, the washers, and the dryers, right? I mean those 4 things. I can't think of anything more important in the laundry than those 4 things. So why are we only focused always on the washer or the dryer? Right? I mean, water, you better make sure you got a good pH balance, of course, right? But at the end of the day, soap I would put soap right there too. So I have saved money. I've improved on my cleaning efficacy, and my staff is so happy, which makes my life happy because I'm not getting complaints about, oh, I didn't have enough soap. Oh shit, I got to run out to the supermarket and go buy, the thing of Tide that's $15 that's going to last for half a second in my place. Right. So it's just been great. It's easy. We have subscription bases. So every time you order, if you're on subscription, which means at least once a month, once every 6 weeks, you'll save 10% on every order. And on any order over $400, it's free shipping. And none of that, and the cost, it's less than Costco, less than Walmart, less than Amazon. And by the way, it's a 5-in-1. Okay. I don't see anything over there that is even remotely close to a 5-in-1. And the 10X soap versus 3X, I think I've seen once or twice. Okay. No more Oxy. No more Downy. It's all built in. You tell me.
Super convenient, dude. I mean, I do love it because it has the things that you need. It's super convenient. And, as long as your attendants know it goes in the machine, not in the little tray on the top. Yes. That was like the bane of my existence, whenever people put them in the trays. Yeah. Like, dude, the pods go in the machines, right? And obviously your attendants will know that. But as long as they go in the machines, like, Man, the ease of I'll call them capsules as well. The
Thank
ease
you,
of the
sir.
capsules is, it's incredible, right? Like you chuck them in. There's no measuring. You just chuck them in there. And I'd say maybe slightly less efficient in terms of time and labor as injection. But when you factor in all the
Everything
stuff you
else?
just talked about, I mean, it's
Equal or
a
better?
compelling, yeah, it's a compelling option there for sure. And even the concentrate option, right? Like if you're not sold on the capsules for whatever reason, the concentrate option is also compelling because, like you said, if you mix it yourself, you're saving a huge chunk of money there, which is
Big time. I mean, there's
big deal.
no phosphates, no phthalates, no dyes. It's biodegradable. It's incredible stuff. It really works great. So it meets the green standard for sure. And it cleans the heck out of stuff, which is fantastic. I mean, let me ask you this question from a self-service, and I'm going to put you on the spot for a second. If
All right.
you were to buy, when you buy I don't know, a 10-ounce Tide bottle or Gain or whatever it is, what's the percentage that a store owner would make? So, for example, if it costs you $5 from the wholesaler, what do you sell it for usually? What's the markup?
I try to double it if I can, and then depending on the product, sometimes I'll eat the taxes on it, so I'll subtract out taxes.
Sure.
But sometimes I'll double it and then add the taxes to it.
So double. So I was in one of our a soap customer, and he had the old school gumball machine, but inside the gumball machine were the plastic things that you would
the little balls, like the egg things.
Get a toy inside it, right?
Yeah.
He puts our one capsule in, $1.50. A bucket.
Dude.
A buck. I mean, he's making almost 150% margin, right? So there are even more economical reasons you can resell it if you have to for whatever reason, because people love them. The smell is great. So there's so many options. The Ven pack is coming. It's just people are going crazy about these things. It's really great because it makes life easier. They say happy wife makes happy life. Happy employee makes happy business.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I mean, I think of like Southwest Airlines, right? Like they built their business on that philosophy right there of like, how do we make things better for our employees?
Yeah. It's all important. Labor turnover is high. It's hard. Finding good people is even harder. I mean, we have another customer she was telling me, and you know what? Maybe I'll send this audio in for you. Or her staff, and she does monster business. Her staff loves it so much that they asked her if they could buy a bucket each themselves.
Yeah.
Out of two. And these are, but you can understand who the staff is, right? We all have the same staff type of person. These are, over $100 buckets. They're spending over $100 it's 425 count. So it's a lot of soap, but nonetheless, that's a lot of money for a laundry attendant to be spending on soap, and they're loving it. I mean, if that's not a testimonial in its own right, someone who does does laundry day in and day out, as that's their job, literally washing stuff and drying it and folding it all day long, and the smells, the scents that come out of it that are just incredible. They bought buckets. It's crazy.
Well, and it's funny, like I can vouch for that because you picked up the phone right before we hit record here to talk to her, and she said that while I was on the call with you here right before we hit record. So that just happened, where she said that. So I vouch for that, which is it's pretty cool though. I mean, like that's a pretty cool testimonial to get from like an employee of a customer.
Yeah, I mean, look on the blogs. I mean, I tell you, we get emails from people, and again, I wasn't blowing smoke up your end. I am truly, truly grateful. Like, It's amazing. And I'm so happy that so many people are loving it to date, like really loving it and repeat ordering. It's just really, really great. People want to buy it they want to sell it in their store. Their walk-in customers just want to buy the single ones or where to buy it. Hopefully soon with a little bit of luck, make that with a lot of bit of luck. We'll be selling in supermarkets and some big box retailers soon. It's really good stuff. It really is incredible. And we have two new purpose scents coming out. One is going to be for like athletic wear, like Lululemon and yoga pants and things like that. So that'll be great. And then we're also creating one for animals. So horse blankets, dog beds, cat beds, stuff like that. That will be lights out as well.
Yeah, that better be extra strength. That's like the bane of our existence. People come in and wash their horse blankets.
Yeah.
The one benefit of being in LA and New York is not a whole lot of horse blankets.
This is very true. Actually, there's quite a few in Orange County. There's like those horse stables down there. Definitely not too many outside the guys that pull you through their Central Park. Those horses.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, listen, first of all, thank you for coming on to talk about detergent. I know it's not the sexiest topic out there, but it's one, like I said, it's nothing that we've ever hit, I don't think, on the podcast before, but it's such an integral piece of what we do. I thought it'd be awesome to just kind of come on, and I figured there is nobody better to talk about a boring laundry topic with than you that can make it interesting. If anybody can do it, it's you, man. So, and delivered for sure. Here's the thing is I actually threatened Rick, and he started crying and got scared and agreed that if you're here listening to this podcast, you could get actually a little discount here. So you want to tell him about that? Try to do it without crying.
I promise I won't cry.
It was ugly crying, ugly tears.
It'll be in your show notes and on the screen here in a moment. Anyone first-time customer who will use the code will get 15% off their first order. No problem if you forget. Okay, you still get 10% off your first order. And also subscriptions, as I said, you'll get 10% off on every order. And if you order anytime over $400, which our average order is about $550, pays no shipping. So it's free shipping.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's
awesome.
Great. Ship time is like 1 to 3 days, depending on where you are. That's what we got going on, man, and we're looking forward to doing more of it.
I got a personal question here for me. Sure. Do you ship to Hawaii?
Yeah. In fact, I didn't want to tell you this prior to getting on this call. We already sent you a bucket. Oh, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm going to be smelling fresh and clean. Listen, you will be. Those flowers will have nothing on that compared to that smell of the shirt and look back.
Dude, that's awesome. I love it. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
I'll even maybe shoot a little video or something of this thing and let you know what I really think.
Dude.
And then I'll tell everybody if you're blowing smoke up our butts or not.
I would love it. I'd love it. There was a couple guys have made videos about it, and they are thoroughly, thoroughly impressed. They love it. They're using it more and more, and people really appreciate it.
Sweet. You know what I'm going to do? Actually, I'm going to take my laundry and those power packs down the street to the outdoor laundromat that I'm trying to buy down the street from my house over here. Nice. And use them over there and use it as an excuse to try to talk to that owner to get him to sell me his laundromat. So.
Tell him you can give him free capsules.
That's right. I love it.
One a day.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you for coming on, dude. And again, check that link in the description down below on YouTube or on the show notes page. Hopefully it'll be up on the screen here too at some point during this interview. Tristan, make it happen. Yeah. And dude, I appreciate you coming on to tackle a boring but necessary and actually not all that boring topic with me. Hard to talk about, but so good, man. I appreciate it.
Me too, brother. I appreciate it. And, listen, it's one of those pillars in the space, and it needs to be discussed. And it's hard to find quality and service and choice. And now, you know what? Again, I just say, don't feed the beast that's going to put you out of business or take business away from you.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that is, dude, that is something that I think that us independent owner operators are going to need to start taking more seriously, not just with Tide, but like you said, some of the manufacturers alliance I know has got franchises going out and some other stuff going on. And there are things happening right now that, especially things that we are funding, to our own detriment, right? And we have got to start taking some of these things into our own hands, and taking control of our businesses and our industry here, because there's nobody else doing it for us. The CLA is not doing it for us. Nobody's going to come to your rescue. Like, we've got to defend our own businesses here, and this is potentially one part of doing that, man.
This is why we talk, Jordan, because we're in the trenches like everyone else, and we're happy to share our successes and our failures to ensure that other people don't fall into the pitfalls of our failures and probably would take our wins to greater levels than we could, right?
Yeah. So yeah, awesome, man. Well, I appreciate all you do for this industry. I've told you over all the other podcasts, like, you are doing awesome stuff.
Thanks, brother. I really appreciate it.
And I appreciate you taking the time to come on, man. Let's do it again soon.
I hope so, brother. Have a great one, and aloha.
Aloha. I like it. See you, man.
See you.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that show with Rick Rome. I know you did. He's always a good time to chat with about laundry and talking about detergent, man. Who'd have thunk it? A whole episode on detergent. Now we've done it all, 198 episodes in. We can check the box that we have now spoken about everything that's ever worth talking about on the podcast. Just kidding. But listen, huge shout out to Rick for jumping on and try to tackle a kind of a boring topic with me, but one, again, that is so integral to our businesses. So listen, get after it. As always, action is what paves the way to success. You're going to accomplish your goals by taking action. So make sure you're taking some action today if possible, if not this week. And we'll see you next time. Peace.